And we are live. We are here with Carson. Say hello, boy.
Hi.
And we are here with Lainey, and we are gonna bring you. Oh my god. See you next time. No, 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 no. See you this time. And we are ready to bring you the lower bracket finals. This is the penultimate game of this tournament, and it all has boiled down to a three-way battle between me, actually, and Boba and Realmking. This game will decide who can enter the second spot of the finals. And what happens to the loser? That was a question. You need to talk now. Okay. Might be having technical problems. Can you hear me, Carson?
Oh, sorry, I was muted.
Oh. And I'm wondering why you're not talking. Okay. I was just talking about the stakes that are being in place here. I think loser obviously being third place in this tournament. I think the stakes are higher for Boba than they are for Realmking, right? I mean, Realmking, 7th seed, he's already exceeded expectations. He has nothing really to lose.
I agree.
Do you think that's a psychological advantage going into that game?
Perhaps. Maybe also the memes. I feel like the majority of the community is kind of rooting for Realm, the underdog here.
Yeah, we had some memes going on the Discord. I can show you some. Like Ramking's path of blood, trail of blood through the lower bracket, and then a little bit of rubbing it in that Boba actually lost 3-0 in the upper bracket finals, which was something not a lot of people would have suggested beforehand. And Ram, of course, wanting to get into those finals himself. If we want to maybe take a step back and look at the bracket so far, look at the paths both of these players have taken, then of course Boba, having played much less games actually, having been in the upper bracket, he has played against March Warden in the second round because Swamp forfeited in the first. Do you remember that game?
No.
No. It was a wash. March Warden didn't really practice before the tournament, and it showed here. Made a lot of mistakes. It pretty much got handed on a silver plate to Boba. So while it made for an easy win for Boba, I think Boba didn't really get the chance to use that game to get back into shape. Then next game was against Scythe, which was pretty close. Well, not
I
pretty
think
close.
Scythe actually won 2 of the games, didn't he?
Yeah, he won 2 of the games, 3-2. But then again, you have to know that Boba intentionally threw the fourth game to not reveal his strats on Naboo.
Ah.
So it could have been a 3-1, I think.
I didn't know that. I was
tried.
wondering how he lost Naboo.
He told us in the after-game interview that he threw and just didn't want to reveal any rebel strats and just take the easy route in picking Empire for the fifth game. And then, of course, we had the upper bracket finals between me and Boba, where I won 3-0, which surprised even me. Yeah, I don't want to really give comment on that because I was one of the players. Did you see that match?
I didn't actually see the match live. I did see the results, and I know it was quite a bit of a buzz. I know a lot of people were surprised that he lost 3-0, being seed 1.
Mm-hmm. Right. You can
Many memes followed.
You do know that you can go back and watch the recordings on the Twitch channel? Okay, just to make sure. And then if you look over at Realmking's journey, maybe starting at the upper bracket, he had a 3-1 against Will. Those were entertaining games, I think. And then a 3-1, but a loss against me. Which makes the finals even more interesting because it was me who kicked him down into the lower bracket, so he will be out for revenge, I think. Yeah, and in the lower bracket, he won 3-1 against Scythe, 3-1 against Vernie Tiger, 3-0 against Scrub. You forfeited, unfortunately. No, that was the game on Scrub. It was Captain Paddy you played against, sorry. So yeah, four patches of blood on the floor behind him, and now he's ready to take on Boba. Who, don't let yourself get fooled here, he lost 3-0 in the upper brackets, but maybe that was a wake-up call for him, and he isn't seed number one for nothing. Seeding has been made based on past results, so he has already shown that he can actually play this game, and he can play this game really, really well.
So there is a possibility that it'll just be EU in the finals.
Right. Good observation. There is a possibility that NA gets completely knocked out of the tournament, and we have a EU-only finals, which would be a shame for the whole region of North America, I guess. So, Divine is your represent here. Who do you actually root for?
I'm actually kind of rooting for the underdog here. I'm rooting for Realm.
Okay. Interesting. Don't you root for your kinsman, for your fellow North American?
Nah. I think it'd be much more interesting if... Oh, we got a game hosted here.
Yes,
it'd be much more interesting if Realm won. Of course, it could go either way. I'm really excited to see how it turns out here.
Yeah, and I think the finals will be interesting either way. It will be... I'm super stoked to see how much Realmking improved over the past weeks, because I know he did. And so
I've seen him on a lot playing.
Yep. That and also he had a lot more tournament matches. So those are invaluable, because those are the real deal, and you can train as much as you want. You'll never be in that situation unless you really play in the tournament.
Because, and speaking of a lot of matches, I'm interested for future tournaments how Will's going to do. I know Will has made a lot of improvement over the course of this tournament.
Yeah, good point. I see Divine is just starting his game, so he'll be here shortly. Yeah, Will has really made an improvement. I just, little spoiler ahead, we are currently working on a YouTube channel to upload the best of from the tournament, and of course the tournaments to follow. And I've skipped through one of the older games of Will, and it really showed how far he's come in terms of his gameplay and his skill.
Was it his game versus me?
Actually, I don't remember. It was one of the group stage matches.
Yep, he played me in the group stage.
Maybe it was that then, yeah. So, yeah, you're right, we have to look out for him in future tournaments. And speaking about future tournaments, you were asking what we have in store. Right now it looks like it will be a Space 2v2.
Oh, sweet.
For the next one. And maybe Land after that. The fan base for Land is a little bit smaller than for Space, so we're gonna stick with Space for now until we expand the player base a bit and give everyone time to maybe get into shape for Land before we do that. We've got the first question from chat here. Captain Paddy is asking, can other people donate money for the tournament, money for the prize next time? This is actually something we've thought about and we really want to do. For this tournament, we have a prize pool of, I think, $150 for the winner and $50 for second. I'd have to look it up. It's been like 2 months before until I last checked, which is provided by the tournament organizers, right? But it would be cool if we could have some crowdfunding on this. What do you think?
I agree. I think the crowdfunding would be nice. I'm actually going to turn if it's okay, I'd like to turn the attention to these bans that we're talking about here.
Good point.
I see that initially Boba was going for a ban on Bothan. Do you think that's because it's a 50-50 map? But now I see that he's changed it to Coruscant.
Okay. Okay, so he's already changing his strategy? And
I'm pretty sure every game up until now he's banned Bothan.
Yes, he did.
So I'm surprised he banned Coruscant because I thought that was one of his better maps.
Yeah, and what I find interesting here is that Realmking actually bans Naboo, which I banned. So maybe Realmking is thinking like, oh, maybe Laney knows something.
So it looks like first game here, we're going into Geonosis with Boba picking Empire already.
Isn't that exactly what happened in my game against Boba?
I think so.
I
do know that a lot of people made predictions in the discussion channel that Empire would be the winning faction.
I think apart from the Empire votes in the discussion,
I think they're ready.
It was pretty even between Realmking and Boba. Now, I need to change the map so we can play on that. We have... Yeah, we shouldn't be talking, we should be playing, right?
Yep. I think you gotta change spectator.
That's actually so true. Let's take brown so they can have their favorite colors. This is... I'm super stoked for this game because this is the exact rematch from the first game of the upper bracket finals, just with Realmking instead of me. So maybe he has studied what happened there and tries to replicate that. And I'm sure that Divine has done the same thing and is trying to avoid the fate that he fared last time.
Okay. I think they're ready to go.
Yes, good luck, have fun.
So just to clarify for our audience, in the event of a sync error, what protocol would we follow?
It depends on the time in the game. If it's early in the game, we do a rematch. If it's late in the game, then we try to figure out if the game already was decided. Basically, we don't have a clear-cut path on what to do there.
It looks like Realm is going right for that Empire base mine.
Yeah, maybe he's going for his turret. Yeah, he's doing the same thing I did. And now the
Empire's
question is,
gonna build a
and
missile
Bob was
turret.
actually doing the same thing again. He's building the turret, even though there was discussion after the last game that maybe this is not the best idea. Realmking calling in a second X-Wing, actually going for the Pirate Dog, which is something I didn't do. So first deviation here.
But look at this middle, though. What do you think about that?
Yeah, that's what Boba always does. He's building both of these mines there. Okay.
It's a lot of income when they finish.
Actually, Realmking does not call in more X-Wings up here. That's interesting.
It looks like he's going to focus his efforts on the middle. You see there's X-Wing there, and there's also one to the right.
Yeah, but he could have called it in right here with the vision from the turret, I think.
He plans on bopping these, wiping out a lot of income. Looks like Boba's hitting the bottom right mine pretty hard.
Yeah, and he's hitting it hard, and it will not be completed.
So neither side's going for the enemy's base mine hard.
What's to notice that there is no turret down here from the rebel side. Realmking didn't build anything down here, so this side will be in complete control of Divine now. Middle mines are completed.
One's already popped.
One is popped. Empire base mine is...
Yep, he warped in TIE fighters to defend.
Yeah, because he knows that Realmking can't really call in more X-Wings right now because he's focusing on mid. And bottom, the rebel base mine is about to be popped. If we take a look at the credits, Boba has 500, Realmking is 300. So once the base mine for rebels is gone, there'll be quite some time until he has the money to build another mine. Here, stops at 500. And is now moving top to attack the base mine here.
So Empire definitely has an advantage here, would you agree?
Yes.
They have a lot of fighters on the field.
The biggest point is that Empire has control of the bottom. He's building the mine now, and yeah, that really hurts Realmking here. Realmking has a lot. He has a lot of X-Wings. That's to be noted. And he has won the Pirate Dog.
He has 8 squads of X-Wings floating around here.
I think he just built another X-Wing just from the credits display. Yeah. And Bob is actually moving down. Curious as to why that is. Maybe he wants to defend the mine rather than attack something else.
Realmking's choosing the dogfight within range of both tower and missile turret.
Yeah. I'll give him the benefit of doubt that this is his free squadron from the base and he wants to get rid of it to make it respawn. Maybe that's the case. Yeah, looks like Boba is trying to defend. Interesting. I mean, if Realmking notices, he might be going to build a mine. Sees the TIE fighters now and moves away.
Realmking still has no source of income, though.
That's true.
How many credits does Boba up to?
Boba does. He has, if you hit P, you can watch my credits, and it's the last 3 numbers. So he has 500 now, 550. Oof, red explosions all over.
The last 3 digits of your credits?
The last 3 digits of my credits are Boba's credits.
002, 0011?
Yep. You need to multiply by 10 to get the actual value.
Gotcha. So he has 300 right now, 330,
Yes,
350. Okay.
exactly. Yeah.
So it looks like he's rebuilding his base mine.
Yeah,
It's
and
noted.
actually,
Did note that Realm does have X-wings up here, but I
yeah,
don't think
but
he
he didn't
noticed.
check. Yeah, he didn't check. Mistake there. Free garrison units are respawning for Realmking.
I think it's pretty safe to assume Boba's won this game.
Yep.
Realm has not had a mine in at least 2 minutes,
And
and now
Boba
Boba
has
has
now
2 on the field.
2. That's tough.
And Empire is definitely a critical mass here.
Yeah, and Rapkin can't really go there. Look at him, he's trying to maneuver, but there's just so many TIE fighters. Divine doesn't even build his turret. He's so confident in his TIE fighters down here. GG. Game's over. Well, Ramking did not replicate my strategy. Maybe he should have.
So I haven't really seen a lot of players defend their mines in this game
Mm-hmm.
until this round.
That's true. So what do you think? Should people start doing that?
I don't know. I think Boba was in a really unique position where he knew that Realm had no mines, no income, and he had a lot of TIE fighters. And I noticed that while he was holding on to that mine, cock blocking it, if you want to say, he was still contesting the other mines. I saw that he had a fighter down by the base mine. He had one in the middle.
Yeah, he kept the vision. He didn't completely abandon the map. He kept the vision. And this is key. If he wants to defend, he cannot like put everything on that one card and leave the map open. Yeah, well played by Boba. He adapted from the loss yesterday. Not yesterday, but last match. Interesting. Now, maybe Realmking underestimated Divine? Because he was very confident going into this series. A lot of trash talking going on there.
I'm interested to see what faction Realm picks. Do you think he's going to pick Empire?
Yeah. I think after this game he's picking Empire. This can't have been a good feeling. I think Rebels is a lot about how you feel while you play, whether you feel in command or whether you feel like it's just so daunting and you can't do anything. And this game surely didn't feel good. So just play Empire to reset. Maybe we should. Ah, yeah, there's the map.
Okay. Boba picks Kessel.
Well,
I feel like Kessel is one of Realm's stronger maps.
I do feel so too. And there's the Empire pick.
And he gets his faction pick on that map too.
Yeah, I know he likes Empire on that map. Castle. And again, we have some material to go off on. I have played Castle against Realmking in the match with him. I have played Castle in the match against Divine, so there was a lot of viewing material for different strats and stuff that worked and stuff that didn't work. Let's see how this goes. Okay, we have Divine on the red X-Wings down here, and up there we have Realmking on the yellow TIE Fighters. Please talk us through the beginning of the game. Silence. Okay, both players going for the standard start in securing their base mines. Of course, Rebels are quicker in their map movements. Realmking is now hastily moving down towards the enemy mine bottom right side, and both players are actually moving over in direction of the pirate dock. Okay, first really interesting thing here is that Divine builds the middle mine but does not build the middle turret. This is a deviation from what he did against me. He always built the turret in both of the games we played. Pirate dock is now being contested, and both players arrive at their respective opponents' mines. Three more X-Wings, that might be overcommitment if you ask me. for the mine up here. And again,
I,
Divine is ignoring the mine bottom right.
I do have a question for you, Laney.
Yes.
You mentioned that in your game against Boba, he built that turret right here. What faction was he playing that game?
Both. We had 2 games on Castle.
Mm-hmm.
We had the mirror match. And he built it as Rebels and as Empire as well.
Wasn't sure if he didn't build it as Rebel because he was trying to get more X-Wings.
Boba's now moving over around the station, taking a few missiles to the back here. Probably going to the top right corner.
It is worth noting that Boba does still have 3 mines on the field to Realms 1.
Yeah, this is absolutely interesting. Maybe Ram should have even built a TIE bomber. Once he notices that there's another mine, he would have had enough time to use it mid with double damage. Boom, there goes the first one.
It looks like Realm was going to pop most of these mines pretty quick, though.
Yeah, Boba is almost on 2,000 credits. More TIE fighters coming in. Yeah. Boba is
There's
on 2,000.
a lot of TIE fighters on the field.
Okay, Boba is building stuff. I think he built some X-Wings. Maybe even got the tech upgrade. Just from the looks of it. Okay, so...
There are 13 TIE fighters on the field.
And there are 6 and 7 X-Wings. But
Looks
these
like Realm
X-Wings...
is going to try to build a baseline, but I'm afraid it's going to get insta-popped.
One more X-Wing coming in down here. Boba is leaving a lot of the map open, to be honest.
Empire secured pirate base.
So Realmking could be trying to build something, maybe a missile turret mid.
Realmking moved away from the baseline just as...
Ooh, good move. Yeah, good move. Probably Boba showed here in the vision from the station. And he has more X-Wings in the back of his hand.
And it looks like Realm's moving over to see which direction those X-Wings are going.
Yeah.
And now the Realm's verified that they're going bot, he's going to reclaim his base mine.
Yeah, but he doesn't have the money to build it right now. More X-Wings coming in. Do they? Invisible X-Wings, okay. I've heard X-Wings die there.
Realm's moving a TIE fighter into the corner. I've noticed that Realm does that a lot. Sneaks those TIE fighters in the corner.
Yeah, and it's really good to do. You need to keep them alive, because a lone TIE fighter is just prey for these X-Wings. I think Realmking built some more units, because he's now at 0 credits pretty much. While Boba has 1,000 credits and builds the mine.
Yep.
And there you go, the TIE fighters are moving over. He's already calling them in. Ooh, maybe the Lingering Vision showed it, actually. Maybe the Lingering Vision showed it.
Ooh, we got some pirate fighters in the mix, too.
Yeah, those, of course, do much more damage than TIE fighters do.
This might pop that mine before it builds.
Yeah, I do think so. Or maybe
it's definitely
shortly
not
after.
Cut even.
Yep. 3 versus 3 dogfight top right side. Should be in favor of the rebel units. And Bob is actually moving down to defend again. So maybe that's his new staple, defend his mines. He's now attacking the TIE fighters. Yep.
I'd have to assume that his mindset here is knowing that he has 1 mine and Realm has none, if he can just hold on to that.
Yeah, that's right. But
Realm has nothing to compete.
Yeah, and even if he doesn't defend it, he can kill the expensive pirate fighters, 400 apiece. Losing more X-Wings here, though. So maybe Ram is actually on the track to claw back into this game.
Yep, he just needs to get enough credits to buy a mine. Because Rebel is just about out of X-Wings.
Boba is actually keeping a stock of money that he doesn't really go below. Which is probably a good thing, because it keeps him being flexible. Now, if those TIE fighters get those X-Wings, this could be costly.
How many credits are we looking at?
They are missing. Divine has 1k credits, and Realmking has pretty much only 300.
So it's going to be quite a while before Realm manages to buy a mine.
Yeah, and he's buying units instead. He knows that he needs to kill X-Wings if he wants to win this game.
Boba's building but left.
Yep, and Realm has
no vision.
Ooh,
That might make
yeah.
game-changing decision.
Because Ram just called in the pirate fighter on the right side of the map. Maybe he should have called it in on the left side. To be fair, I think Ram just have built the turret mid. Even just a laser turret, get vision there, be able to call in a fighter there. That's something a lot of people underestimate. Just having vision to call in a unit.
This mine is going to get completed.
Yes, TIE fighters are
Do you
too
feel
slow.
like Realm should have bought a mine instead of building more units when he had that upper hand?
Mm, actually, no. I think he should have built units, but he should have used them smarter.
So he is going in to contest his bottom left mine. How long does it take for a mine to generate enough income to pay for itself?
1 minute, pretty much.
And Boba is building this middle left mine as well.
Yeah. And he will be forcing the Empire units to go into a dogfight. He's actually not, which is interesting.
I think he's trying to move back and defend his mine.
Yeah. He could have just gone into a dogfight, because if he does that, then Realmking can't even move over.
That is true. Maybe instead of losing X-Wings, he hopes to just pick off Realm's fighters as he attacks the mine.
Yep.
Ooh, this is a big lump of X-Wings right here. We have 10 going on.
Yes. And Realmking does
There's
not have
11.
money to capitalize on it to build a mine somewhere.
Meanwhile,
else.
Realm has 7 TIE fighters clearing the top.
Yeah, I'm not really sure why he kept so many TIE fighters on the top left side of the map for so long. There were 5 TIE fighters or something, standing there doing nothing.
I feel like Realm really had the amount of units here to make a difference, but
Yep. They were at the wrong place at the right time. No, wrong place, wrong
how many
time.
credits is Boba up to?
500, pretty much. 600 now, but he built another X-Wing. Yeah, the mine is gonna get destroyed, but Realmking again built a unit. He didn't build a mine. Yeah, it's a tough decision. He's losing units, so he kind of needs to build new ones. But now he will lose everything, I think.
Yep, looks like we're going to see the big dog fight here determine who's winning.
Yeah, but this is absolutely
I'm pretty sure
rebel-sided.
Rebellion's going to win.
Yes. And
Do the X-Wings have the shield upgrade or no?
I think so. I think they have.
More X-Wings coming in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's just gonna go win this decisively, and Ram will probably GG out. Just based off the fact that Ram doesn't see any of the other 3 mines, so he'll just assume that Boba has another mine already, which is wrong technically, but yeah.
I think this dogfight's about wrapped up. I'm kind of wondering if this can be a 3-0 win for Boba. I think Kessel and Empire would be Ram's best chance of winning.
That's true. I actually do think that Ram is playing worse right now than he had played against Scythe and against Cerns.
I don't know about you, but I felt in the middle of that game that Realm really could have won it.
Yeah. I mean, last game, Geonosis was just bad strategy, in my opinion. But this one was more like bad execution, more like bottom left side alone after the dogfight, if you remember. And yeah, just these basic mistakes is the wrong word for it, but like intermediate mistakes. It's not like these tiny little micro things, but like these mid-game decisions that a top player has to get right.
What map pick? Was it Kessel again?
It is Castle again, and it is Empire for Divine.
So I was right in assuming that this was Realm's best map.
Yeah. Well, maybe not all is over. Realmking just saw how to play Rebels on this map, right? Let's see if he can adapt.
This could be the final game.
Yeah.
I do think that Boba's going to end up winning this game.
Bold prediction, but maybe accurate. Divine is actually doing another start than Realmking did. He's not going for his baseman up here. Rather, he's calling in his first fighter there.
So he's trying to contest Rebellion's speed.
Yeah, he's increasing his presence on the left side of the map and sacrificing his presence on the right side of the map. If you remember, Realmking directly moved down here, and Boba hasn't even started moving there. I think Divine is trying to build a turret there. X-Wing's moving a bit crazy there.
And now we have the turret being built. That?
A laser turret, yeah. And maybe the mine too? Doesn't.
Well, definitely stops Realm from contesting that mine.
Yeah. Ram did a little micro blunder here in moving his X-Wing beside the mine instead of directly onto it. So he missed one pass of double damage. Top right is completed. Pirate Dog is being neutralized by both players. And Divine actually went back and built the middle mine. Which is risky, considering that Realmking will be done in a short amount of time on the top left side of the map. And will move then to the middle. But it will be completed in time, so yeah. Actually, this one missed double damage flyby cost Realmking probably close to a minute of time up there. Bombers! Okay. But actually, the X-Wings will make short work of them.
That mine did finish in the middle here.
Oh, he's not attacking the bombers. Why is he not attacking the bombers? What's happening?
I don't know. It looks like Boba's also going to contest middle here with his TIE fighters to defend the extra mine.
Defending again. That's really his new strategy. Maybe he thought about his games against me and thought to himself, like, I should have defended. Yeah, the bombers are gone now, as you can see. And Ram's actually moving down there.
I feel like what's happening over here, Ram's going to end up losing 5 X-Wing squadrons on this.
Yeah, probably not 5, but a lot. Realmking's building another mine, top of the map, out of vision. And I think Boba's trying to build this one? No, he doesn't have the money to do so. He built his base mine.
And Boba's also warping in more TIE fighters to defend this middle left mine. I think he's trying to pick off as many X-Wings as he can for the top line. And it looks like maybe we won't even get one squadron killed here.
Yeah, he killed a lot of X-Wings out of the squadrons. And now Realm has to bail there. You can't dogfight. He's actually dogfight.
Realm is choosing to dogfight under the tower.
And he's going
maybe
up.
Maybe we're just late to micro.
Oh, why are you going up? Ah, because the other blob is going left. Okay, so he's doing a little rotation with his forces there.
Ooh,
Divine has now managed to see the mine being built by Realmking.
But Realm also does have the mine built at the same time as Boba.
Yep.
What are the credits looking like for each side?
500 for each side. It's even.
There are still 10 squads of X-Wings on the table, though.
Yep. He's now moving away, and Boba's actually moving over there. Interesting.
And these X-Wings are going to kill this bottom mine a lot faster than those TIE fighters up top.
Yes, that's true. Realmking actually built stuff while Divine is sitting on 1,200 credits right now.
And that bottom left mine is down. Realm is moving on to the middle left.
Looks like Divine isn't really sure what to do with his units here. Moving top right, now it's going down again.
Ooh, and there's no mine built bottom right either.
There's no mine either, right. Realmking won the dogfight top left side of the map, and is now actually free to build something there if he wants. Ah, he doesn't have the money right now. Okay. He has... Oh, I looked at it in the wrong way. Of course, he has his rebels.
Ooh.
Divine actually anticipates that and calls in 3 TIE fighters.
That's going to cost Realm some money.
Yeah. That was a pro move by Divine here.
And he popped all 3 of them in right there, too. He must have been very sure that mine was building.
Yeah. Oh, losing X-Wings here. It got completed. And he has 1k credits again. While Boba doesn't have the money to build another mine. In my opinion,
Boba does
Realmking,
have a lot of TIE fighters, though.
yeah, Realmking should split up the X-Wings a bit and try to pick off TIE fighters, maybe. Where's the money of Realmking gone right now? I think he built more X-Wings,
This
actually.
might be a bad collision here.
It's actually good. 4 against 4 is a good collision for him.
But there's these other 4 over to the left.
Yeah, we have to bail then. 3 units respawning, and he's already using them to fight. While Boba is still waiting for more income. A lot of TIE fighters dying here, actually. Good usage of the 3 units that he got. And Realmking is now picking off TIE fighters. Calls in more X-Wings topside. Maybe he wants to attack the station? No, he's moving southward now. Divine is nearing 850, so he could be looking to build top right, maybe.
Do you think that Realm moving back down here is him trying to juke out Boba into thinking he built top left again?
Maybe. As you can see, Boba built top right at the same moment that the X-Wings entered vision here.
And
Realmking
also
maybe really anticipated
anticipating
that. Maybe that was a bait. Next pro move this game.
Oh,
yeah, this
that
won't
is
be
going to set
completed.
Boba back. However, the swarm is going up top left there. Oh,
Actually,
Boba's calling
wow.
GG.
Okay, that's early for my taste. So it won't be 3-0 after all. Omila's just notifying me that I forgot to update the scoreboard, so sorry for that. Got too excited.
That was a good game.
That was a really good game. Now I think they're getting into the groove now.
Realm played much better that game.
Yes, much better.
I think that move right at the end where Boba finally got enough credits to build a mine, then Realm immediately took it out.
That was really good, yeah. But also general map movements. He didn't leave portions of the map dark for so long like in the last game.
And like you were saying, he picked off a lot of TIE fighters.
Yeah. We even saw really good usage of the free X-Wings. Really dishing them into the fray and doing some damage with them. Not even caring about them losing them, which is what you should do. Which now leaves us at 2-1. It's still match point for Divine.
But
and
Realm does have the option to pick Empire again.
And he's picking Geonosis. Empire. Wow. This...
So 2 Geonosis, 2 castles so far.
This sets my mind rattling now. Because Divine has lost 2 rebels on this map, so I don't know. Just have to see, right?
You think Realm should pick Rebels?
I'm just trying to decipher why Divine is picking Geonosis here, because this hasn't been a good map for him, historically speaking.
I think he would rather pick this than Bothan. And Polis is a automatic loss if he picks it.
Yeah, probably. Coruscant is banned, right? But then there's Naboo.
Banned.
Maybe.
Naboo is
maybe
also
he's
banned.
still keeping his secret Naboo strat for the finals.
Nope. Wasn't Naboo banned by Realm?
Oh right, Naboo's banned. Yeah, right.
And I think he'd rather play Geonosis than Bothan.
Yeah. Good point.
Because what other map choices do we have? He doesn't want to pick Polis.
Yeah, Polis, of course, you don't want to pick. We have Bothawi, then we have Naboo's band. We have, up there, we have Endor as another map.
That's true.
But that's also pretty hard. Okay. Geonosis it is.
So this is a rematch of the first round, almost,
It's a match of rematches.
but with the factions reversed.
The factions are reversed, right? And yeah, Realmking pretty much fell flat when playing Rebels. So now it's up to Divine to show how this is done.
Though I feel like that last game, Realm did very well with Rebels.
Yes. But now he needs to do well on... Oh! Okay.
So that's a remake?
That's a remake.
So who would you rather play in the finals?
Of these two opponents,
Which one do you see to be the bigger threat?
I think the bigger threat would be Divine, just because he's less predictable to me. Just as you saw when he played against me, and now that he's playing as Realmking, he's playing very differently. I think with the defending of the mines and stuff like that. He's building a bomber, which I wouldn't have imagined him doing that in our match. So
Well, you know, his username is Bomber.
you've got a point there. Okay, let's try again. Yep, this time it's working like a charm. We have X-Wings green for Divine, and we have the yellow Empire TIE Fighters for Realmking again.
Looks like both sides are going for the missile turret.
Yep, the trajectory
That seems to be the new go-to strategy.
Yeah, it really is. I'm still not convinced about the Empire missile satellite, but maybe.
Looks like both teams are going very hard here in the middle.
Yep.
And Boba's choosing to go for the pirate base rather than the base mine.
Maybe Boba's doing the same thing he does as Empire and wants to build a middle mine, but he already builds the bottom mine.
And the bottom turret.
Yes.
Oh, it looks like he's abandoning mid.
Yep.
And going for the base mine now.
Now both players see mid.
And he's going to pick off those ties.
Yeah, and Realmking can now start pumping out TIE fighters at the enemy mines. Dogfight at the pirate dock. Probably gonna be won by the X-Wings. Okay.
Looks like Realm is taking the advantage.
Ram is now trying to build mid. He has not enough money to build both right now.
And that missile turret has vision as
well. Probably
well.
he just didn't know if there's a missile turret and wanted to check first.
It looks like Rebel base mine will be going down first.
Yeah.
But it is worth noting that Boba has 2 mines. But he also sunk a lot of money into that bottom right mine.
That's
the turret.
Yeah, I think Ram should have attacked there a little bit harder.
So Empire base mine is down, and now there we go.
And now Ram is moving over.
And Rebellion did win Pirate base.
That's true, but Realmking already is moving over again. Misses a lot of those lasers. I'd say advantage
Boba's coming in to defend.
Yeah, advantage for Rebels right now, just with the amount of time this mine stayed alive and well.
It's like TIE fighters are moving out.
Yeah, this is a really shitty situation for an Empire player.
Meanwhile, Boba's going back to mid.
Yeah, he needs to check base mine. Maybe Ranking's trying to build it, actually. But I suspect that Divine has 1 or 2 X-Wings still in hyperspace that he can call in there.
Looks like he's going back to defend that merchant dock.
Sending in reinforcements into the Nebula. Actually? Huh? Okay, Divine's now moving over there.
But Realm is predicting this. He might be able to pick off these X-Wings.
Yeah, he didn't intercept them, though. And they get double damage.
Yeah.
But not a second time. Or do they?
This really comes down to whether or not he can pick off these X-Wings. But Boba does have
That
4
was
more
smart.
flying in quick.
Yeah. Ram is keeping vision down here, which is good. And he's now moving over to the bottom 2.
And he is getting quite a few seconds of extra income here. And he is making very quick work of these X-Wings.
Yep. Should
Of
probably
course, the station's
split them a
concussive
bit.
missile launcher is doing quick work as well.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, that squadron probably won't live it. It does actually some miss micro. These TIE fighters were not firing. Don't know what happened
Correct,
there.
but Boba did lose a lot of
Yes.
X-Wings. And this concussion missile launcher is still continuing to fire those X-Wings.
Yes.
2 of his squadrons there only have 1 fighter left.
Yeah.
The
If
one
you
at less
ask
than a
me,
quarter.
it was a big mistake from Divine to not use the window of opportunity to kill the enemy missile defense satellite.
And it's worth noting, not only does Realm have the fighter advantage, he also has scouts on both Empire's base mine, Rebels base mine and their mine in the bottom right.
Yes. There's now 1 TIE fighter fighting against 1 X-Wing.
So, what do you think Realm's going to do now? Do you think he's going to take out that missile turret in the middle and try to build both those mines?
I think Ram should just... he doesn't have the money right now. Ram should just build the base mine again and repeat it. But, yeah.
What's the credits looking like between the 2 players?
1,000 for Divine.
Oh, Divine's calling.
What? Okay. Divine wants the game 5, I think.
To be fair, Realm does have 15 X-Wing, TIE fighters out right now.
That's true. That's true.
That's quite a bit to deal with. So we're 2 for 2. We're going to best of 5 here. Though Boba does have faction pick.
That's right.
I think we're going to be seeing Endor here.
I just needed the map pool to think. Yeah, I mean, technically Polis is in the pool, but that would be auto lose. So it's really Bothawi or Endor. Yeah.
Looks like we are going with Endor. Oh, no.
I mean, Bothawi probably is more volatile. So maybe if you think that you are at a disadvantage, then you should go Bothawi rather.
That's true, especially because Boba really hates the map. That's usually his go-to ban.
Yes. So maybe you should have used that.
And it is kind of a 50-50 with faction pick on this map. Oh, he's picking Endor, though.
He's picking Endor, okay. Maybe he has an idea. Of course, the Empire pick, as expected. Yeah, we had 5 Empire picks, so while we didn't have 5 Empire wins, the predictions for Empire weren't too far off. Yeah, what does Realmking need to do to win this map as Rebels?
I know. Is your scoreboard updated, by the way?
Okay. Oh, my scoreboard didn't just not update, it's also the wrong one right now. 2-2 is our score right now. Okay, back to my question. Is there anything that we should look out for? What Rebels players should do or should not do?
You would know a lot better than I.
But I was asking you.
I don't know.
Okay, in my opinion, a very interesting point is the top right mine, because it is in range for the Rebel station, so sometimes it's better to not build it as a Rebel player and just deny it to the enemy, so you can
focus your units
elsewhere, right? Yeah. Okay. So we can have a look at that. Good luck, have fun, and let them duke it out in this 5th game in this best of 5 for the last spot in the finals of the 2019 Spring 1v1 tournament. Again, Realmking on the yellow units. This time Divine is picking blue for his TIE fighters. Fashionable.
And it looks like Rebellion is doing just what you stated they would do. They're skipping their base mine. Empire as well.
Yeah, well, Empire is building the laser defense satellite. And Realmking is actually building a laser defense satellite in the middle and is denying the other one. Oh, good little swerve around the corner here.
Ooh. Boba is sending those units over to that base mine that will not be built.
Right. And he is actually building the middle laser defense satellite, but it is completed a lot later and should be able to be destroyed by the other one.
Meanwhile,
I expect more X-Wings to come in topside. Yep.
Boba is defending, well, trying to contest this mine with more than one TIE fighter.
Hmm.
Boba did not build bottom left.
I'm not sure I like the X-Wings on the turret here, because they will get destroyed in the nebula.
No, that's true, but he was pulling aggro away from his own turret.
And Realmking has issues with micro up here. He's not really doing any damage.
But he might be able to steal this middle mine really quick.
That's true.
Now that he has next wing there, he could move in, but he's not microwaving it very much. It's sitting there taking damage from the station.
Maybe he's just waiting out the lingering vision from Boba.
Yeah, but he has 3 concussion missiles coming in.
Oh.
From
No,
the
that's
station.
bad. So both mines will be done approximately at the same time, but Realmking did lose units up there, in contrast to Divine, who didn't. Yeah, really strange.
There are a lot of X-Wings floating around up top, though. I'm able to pick off some more TIE fighters here. He might try to flop back around on him.
Bottom mine is being built.
That's exactly what he's doing. He's flipping back around top left, picking off some TIE fighters.
Yeah, I think not being able to micro properly up here.
Yeah, but that station, those concussion missiles from that station are brutal.
Yes. He now gets his 3 units back.
And Boba's finishing up bottom left mine, has a lot of TIE fighters here defending it.
Yeah.
Once again, we see Boba defending.
Yeah, just imagine if, I think with proper micro he could have taken half the time to kill Divine Spaceman there. And then things would look
these
different.
2 X-Wings are going to be bopped.
Yeah, these are 3 units though.
Yeah, Boba's pulling in more TIE fighters to defend though.
Oh, that was costly. Calling in the X-Wings right inside the TIE fighter squad.
For those of you who don't know, units warping in do take hyperspace damage.
Yes. Double damage.
Boba is building this top left mine as well. I'd have to say this game is looking very much in Boba's favor.
I don't really understand why Realmking is keeping all of his X-Wings at his own side of the map, because the station can hit both of those mines.
Meanwhile, Boba has a lot of TIE fighters on the map.
Yeah.
Look at them. They've all merged into one super squadron here. You see it?
Fusion power. I mean, he will get the mine eventually. And he will probably get top 2. But he's losing so many units.
Especially when he has no income.
Yes.
How many credits do each player have?
You can see it because you are the first spectator player. Right now we have 650 credits for Empire and we have 300 credits for Rebel.
I actually cannot see that.
Just look at your own credits display on the left side, above the minimap. What does it show?
Oh, so the one on the left is who? The first would be
Rebel.
And the one on the right would be okay. I got you.
Yep.
So Rebellion has 420, while Empire has 860.
Correct.
Okay, I see how it works now.
Divine now moved in and destroyed the turret in the middle. Of course, that's easy to do with that many TIE fighters. And I suspect he will rebuild his base mine as soon as it respawns, which is now. Because he sees where the X-Wings are. Yep, there it goes. This is something that Realmking needs to work on showing your opponent what you are doing. He's pretty easy to read because he's always giving clear indications as to where he is and where he's not.
That is a lot of TIE fighters.
Indeed.
Especially, so it looks like Boba's going for what he did the other 2 games he won.
This
Where he's
will
just
hurt.
holding that one mine and defending.
Yeah. He's gotten away right in the nick of time, but he's moving away from the enemy mine too. Only now he's able to engage his asphalts. He's actually opting for the dogfight. I think he realizes he has lost this game. He's lost the series. He's out of this tournament.
And that mine is built. I would definitely say this is game.
Yep. I was actually moving over into the nebula. Oof. That's a lot of damage. Realmking actually sneaked past here, but then runs directly into the laser from the defense satellite.
Good. That I wish we could see how much damage, how many X-wings that laser defense satellite took out.
Oh, that would be such a great feature if you could somehow show this.
Because it was a lot.
I think I can.
I actually kind of want to go back through the replay and watch and count how many X-wings that took out.
I think I can program that with Lua scripting somehow. I don't know how yet, but it should be possible.
Well,
I probably
Realm did
shouldn't.
admit defeat. So that's a
Yeah,
wrap.
that's a wrap.
Very exciting games.
Yeah, this series went a bit differently than I would have expected, actually. It was more Empire-sided than I would have expected. Especially Realmking on the Geonosis game and now in Endor had a really hard time making Rebels work. While Kessel, it was a bit better. It is his strongest map after all, so it's to be expected. I'd say let's firstly update the score, of course, and then let's have a chat with them. I'm gonna move them over to us.
Sure.
And maybe to Omela too. Maybe we can go to a safe space to Omela.
Yeah, I can move them. Do you want me to move them?
Hello, lads.
Yeah, what's up?
I heard you won this game.
Yeah.
I heard you won this match.
Yeah.
I heard you gotta play me now.
Yeah.
Looking forward
Redemption.
to that. Yeah, redemption time, really. Congratulations on winning this. It went all the way, 5 games. Only the last one did decide it. My feeling was pretty Empire-sided. I want to ask Realmking maybe first, because you had to play Rebels on Geonosis, on Kessel, and on Endor. And
Yeah.
was it a faction thing, or was it a map thing that on Kessel you look way more comfortable in playing Rebels?
I don't know. I would say the whole matchup was like map based. Empire won 2 Geonosis matches. Rebel won 2 Castle matches.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah,
what you're
Yeah, but
saying is
also-
that you are both at a level of skill where you can make the factions work, and then it goes down to map.
I mean, we can make the factions work as long as the map allows us.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Kessel is, like, easily the easiest red map in the game.
Yeah,
Like, by
I'd
far.
agree. I'd agree.
Like, I mean, arguably Coruscant, but it's like a different easy for Coruscant, whereas, like, you're playing, like, a lot more defensive because you're sinking a lot of money at the start. Whereas,
Mhm.
like, Kessel, you're, like, far more aggressive because you have the extra money to build X-Wings.
Yeah, and you are that much closer to the enemy mines.
Yeah.
Everything is much closer together. Yeah. One thing I want to ask you, Realmking, is whether you have watched the upper bracket finals.
I think I watched the what?
Yeah.
I didn't watch it live.
Yeah. Just asking because on the first game of Geonosis, we were both wondering whether you will try to replicate what I did on that map or whether you want to do something different. Was there like a conscious decision as to what you're going to do?
You mean as
As
Empire?
rebels on
As
Geonosis?
rebels?
Yeah.
No, you built instead of the bottom mine a turret.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, I was trying to build a mine, but apparently the mine is just not working because it's like when he's there with his TIE fighters, the mine is like just halfway through or even less. One third, I don't know.
Yeah.
Of fight when
It's like 1/3 if I rush the
Yeah.
bottom right.
Mhm.
the mine didn't even finish, so it's like
Yeah, it's waste money at that point.
So I
Um,
actually have a question for
yeah.
Divine, if that's okay. Lady and I were talking during those rounds, and we noticed there was 2 of the matches you played much more defensively around one mine when you had the mine advantage.
Was it the Castle Empire game and the
Geonosis
the
They were both
indoor?
Empire games.
Yeah. So yeah, when I had the mine advantage, I figured that the middle mine, with the turret plus all his ties, I could defend it. And something I caught on to is that he was kind of like, I caught on after the second, like the Kessel game, actually, like the first Kessel game, where he would like, I don't know if he was just doing this as, no, yeah, it was the first Kessel game. He was building fighters instead of trying to save for a mine. So I figured that he was trying to replicate that. Like he was just probably spamming fighters and like sacrificing mines for it. So that's why I was kind of like trying to hold on to one mine in that game. And then the indoor game, like I knew I had it won. It was just like I had way more TIE fighters than him.
Yeah,
And
he
if I
was
just
rebel,
got
so
one
he
mine,
doesn't get to build
yeah,
TIE fighters.
he can't build pirate fighters. And I always build the turret at the base mine because even if he kills my base mine, it's delayed and he takes way more damage. So like, I already get an advantage off that.
That's right. One thing I wanna maybe cut in here. Wanna ask Realmking. It looked really strange. You attacking the enemy base mine on Endor, like you had some trouble with the micro. It looked really inefficient. What happened there?
the one X-wing I mostly sacrificed was the starting X-wing.
Okay. No, and before when you were attacking the mine, it looked like they were constantly circling around or just even stopping for a second.
Yeah, I don't know. So sometimes it's kind of an input lag, and yeah, I think I also had it the map. Like I was on another unit. I was escorting them, and then the unit I had selected before was then
Yeah,
unescorting.
just the ping, which makes for input lag. Yeah.
Honest, like going into the set, like him not banning indoor, I was like it kind of like confused me because he always banned indoor that whole like every previous match. So honestly, instead of picking Geo, I was debating like picking indoor and just play rebels on that.
You know, Laney and I were also talking about how you usually ban Bothan, and this time around you banned Coruscant instead.
Yeah, like while Coruscant's a rebel sided map, it is like winnable as Empire, even though it is reb sided. And Bothan is just straight 100-0. So like if it comes down to it, game 5 Bothan, all right, Empire win.
Yeah. Still have to figure out how to win.
That was my whole problem in selecting the last map. I knew Bothan, he picks Empire. If I go Endor, he picks Empire. If I go Polus, I can instantly leave the
Yeah, like
game.
so like he did pick the right choice because rebels are winnable on Endor. It's like you either pick Bothan, you lose 100-0, you pick Polis, you lose 100-0, or you pick Endor and you have like a 20% chance of winning.
Yeah, understandable. The map pool plays a big role in these matches, I feel.
It was just kind of sad that he banned Coruscant and not Bothan.
Yeah,
Otherwise I would have picked the Coruscant.
I changed that map solely based off like he likes to play Coruscant. So like when I banned Bothan, I was like, wait a second, no. Like if there's like, I guess if there's someone that could possibly potentially win on Empire, it's going to be him. So, or Laney.
So that after when you guys did get to match 5, were you feeling nervous at all about that, or were you pretty confident with the Endor pick?
Me?
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't nervous at all throughout I won the first 2 games, and I guess you could have thought I was nervous after going 2-2, but I was completely calm. And as soon as I knew, in my head, it's all right, the last map is an Empire sided map, and either one, I win. Because especially if it's someone else playing indoor, probably, but Realm hates indoor and he's banned it throughout the tournament, so he has no practice on it.
Good point. Yeah.
I had no other maps to pick, so yeah.
Yeah. Maybe you should have banned Endor and picked Naboo.
I mean, Naboo's the only other map that's winnable as Rebels, so.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah,
So
but I know of Boba has some secret plans on Naboo, so I just was like, yeah, maybe I should ban it.
He probably hasn't
for
and just tells everyone.
No, I actually do have a strat for Naboo. I mean, it's not even secret. It's common knowledge. All the old players used to do it, and it's the only strat that's viable on Naboo that works.
Good. Anything you want to add, Carson?
No, I thought that was a really good set of games. I'm not gonna lie, I was rooting a little bit for Realm, only for the memes. But it's nice to see that we have an NA player against an EU player.
All right. Yeah. NA represent still in the thing. Now we have the EU versus NA finals coming up. Yeah, we'll be sitting down and try to find a good day to do that match, and then we'll announce it as soon as we manage to do that.
Unfortunately, I go back to work tomorrow, so
yeah, I know.
Vacation's over.
So maybe just next weekend then.
I'm not sure about next weekend because I have a Battlefront 2 match scheduled for Saturday.
Okay, yeah, maybe Sunday again. How about that?
Well,
we
Sunday
can,
I work.
I mean, we don't need to do it now. We can do it later.
Yeah.
The scheduling part.
I do have
sure.
a question for Realm, if that's okay.
Yeah.
How confident were you going into this?
Let's say 40%.
So do you think that you performed about where you thought you'd perform, or do you think you performed a little better, a little worse?
The moment it went 2-0 for him, I was like, fuck. But yeah, then we kind of played the same matches and we just swapped the factions, so it was then was 2-2, and I was like, yeah, that's fine for me. And the last map was I have to play Rebel for 100%, and none of these maps are good for Rebel, so I was like, I'm probably gonna lose. So
And
yeah.
Laney, I'm sorry.
I will say, on Geonosis, I that whole missile turret strat, where you kind of play defensively. I going into it, I wasn't really confident doing it. I had there's I have a handful of strats on Geonosis where I could throw out, and I have kind of saved them, hopefully for the grand finals. Because a lot of the strats, while they are really effective, they're kind of high risk, high reward. So it's more of you catch them off guard kind of thing. So yeah, I just stuck with the same build missile turret, try to play defensively, and it didn't work out. But you'll probably see different stuff now.
Yeah. I will say, from the spectator side, that first round on Kessel, at one point, it really did look like it was going to be Realm's game. Yeah, Kessel.
That's right. It was open for a very long time, and then it looked like
so on Rebels on Kessel, when I was playing Rebels, it came down to I was able to fight half his army, and take a lot of damage, and that's what so I did one thing I did really well at, and was I kept track of which mines died, and I kind of counted the respawn time in my head. and that's like why I was able to keep so many mines like unbuilt. Whereas like I didn't really do that against Laney. I kind of like focused more on this game, and then yeah, like I was able to like prevent mines from being built whether or not he like had the money to. Like I was just going mine to mine like as they were respawning and like they weren't built, and then I caught half his army like off guard, I guess, and then
Yeah, that was really the point.
I was thinking about building a mine because one or two mines he barely took care of, and in the end he just had one army instead of two. But I instead invested in fighters because I thought like I could fight it, but
I honestly thought he was teching at one point, like towards the end, where like I killed his last army, and then I split half my units, like going like one side left, one side right, and then I was like, man, is this guy teching? Did he have a mine the whole time? Is he getting like Bulba?
He had quite an army at one point too.
Yeah, it's literally I just fought half his army. Like that's what won me the game.
Yeah, you managed to get it while the other half was sitting somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there was
like
the
he
one
had
point.
he had way more. Like if we would have fought straight up, I would have lost.
Yeah, and then there was the one point where Ram just didn't leave something in the bottom left side of the map and had no way of getting there again. That was the first time when you were able to rebuild a mine and keep it alive for some time.
Yeah,
I
I
thought
think
that he built a mine, and then I had a pirate fighter and a TIE fighter,
Mhm.
and I got it off, but he just killed all three of them and then instantly rebuilt it, and my fighters were like
Nowhere
somewhere
near.
else.
Yeah. Yeah, you
yeah,
had him
that's
sitting
one
top
thing I
left.
will say. Realm did a really good job at like keeping his fucking like TIE fighters like in the dark, because
Mhm.
like I hardly ever saw them. So I was like, when I was building mines, I was just guessing.
Mhm.
Like I was like, all right, well, last known location, top right, so I'll build bottom left. But like I had no idea where they were.
And that second match on Kessel where Realm was Rebellion, right before you said GG, he did have a bunch of X-Wings on the left side, then you went to build that top right mine right as he was getting there.
Yeah. Yeah, like that was another thing. Like that mine, like that when I lost that mine, I like knew it was over. Cause like
That even looked like a bait to me. Was it intentional Realmking where you showed your force on the left side and were moving up on the right side with the other squadron?
Nope. It
Okay.
was all planned.
Because
He thought it was a bait.
it looked like a bait.
Yeah, cause like I don't know, like on the Empire Castle game, I felt like I had that one, but I kind of just lost it.
And I also think on the castle, me playing Rebels, my my free units did a good job.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes, by that
Yes.
station. Yeah, you got them right to work. There was like 3 TIE fighters passing by, you just wiped them.
What do you guys think of the bomber?
Laney
Too
was pretty
late.
surprised by that.
I was surprised. I thought it was okay, but
But
too
then
late.
Realm didn't attack it.
Well, no. So the thing is, the reason I built the bomber is because like when I passed the pirate base, he in the previous game he built pirate units.
Mhm.
So I was like, all right, this guy's gonna build pirate units. So I waited a second and then went back towards the pirate base to see if I can get anything canceled or
Mhm.
like he'd lose money.
I
And then I went
didn't
back.
build any pirate fighters.
Oh, okay. and then for that, since I'm not hitting the mine when it's building, I'm just gonna like build a bomber and do a little bit more damage to it.
I don't know if I saw the bombers too late, but I sent one X-Wing to attack them.
No, that was fine. They got off one good run, and then you kind of got distracted and attacked the TIE fighter for a moment there, but apart
Yeah,
from
he
that,
got like
yeah.
he got like 3 or 4 salvos off.
Yeah.
And then it was just a unit starting to attack the TIE fighter instead of the bombers.
Yeah, that was a bit strange. That made for one more bombing run. At least one more, maybe 2. Okay, I'd say we wrap this up here. We got the voices of the players. We have seen 5 games. It was open until the very end. And we now have our finalists in Divine and me and myself. Looking forward to that. We'll announce when that is going to happen soon. We'll also give info about our upcoming YouTube channel. We'll give info about upcoming tournaments. And we'll use this Twitch channel, of course, even between tournaments to bring you some competitive but casual gameplay, maybe some more team games. So you can be provided with more competitive gameplay of Empire at War and FOC and maybe some mods. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you two for playing. Thank you, Realmking, for taking part in this tournament. Actually, congratulations on third place. You lost today, but overall, I think this is a really good result for you. What do you think?
What?
You can also thank Realmking for being a sport and rescheduling.
Oh yeah, right. Realmking was
Yeah.
generous in rescheduling this. My question for you, Realmking, was how would you grade yourself? You've got third place in this tournament. Are you happy with that?
It's higher than I expected. I thought like I was gonna place like let's say
I think,
fifth.
my opinion, the only two players I saw placing above him was like at the start was like Moonshield and Zerns, but he beat them both. So
Yeah, maybe Blackout if he practiced more.
no, I think Rome King had Blackout. Blackout got his seeding based off previous results only.
Yeah, after the
Yeah,
tournament, we can
no.
go ahead and update the seeding for the next ones. Gonna be interesting.
I was like the first tough match could be against Vernie.
What about me?
Yeah, I mean,
Sorry,
Yeah.
I know what you mean. A lower bracket. Yeah. Okay, we've kept this going for too long, I think, and should really wrap it up now. Thank you, Carson, for being my co-caster today.
No problem, Bob.
That was really enjoyable. And see all of you next time.